In addition to the crime, Baltimore has had a rough 2 years, and so has its top prosecutor, Marilyn Mosby. Her office came out of the Freddie Gray trials empty-handed. All the officers were cleared. Now Mosby giving the New York Times Magazine new insight into why she thinks she was stymied. And Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake is biting back. And Focus reporter Cassie Carlisle brings us both sides as the fallout continues.
Kelly, we all know public figures talk to each other behind closed doors. Rarely do we hear the details of those conversations. Now Marilyn Mosby is sharing words she said to Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake and former police commissioner Kevin Batts because Mosby believes the decisions those two made against her advice fueled the riots. Mosby says Batts and Rawlings-Blake were too quick to release information about Gray's case. She asked them to wait for the investigation to run its course, but Batts and Rawlings-Blake refused. Mosby also points out some of the information shared was wrong. Like when Batts said the van made 3 stops, we later learned there were 5 stops. Batts told the New York Times, quote, "Cases change as you get more information, but you've got to tell people something and you've got to tell them as much as you can to be transparent." The mayor explains it this way.
She doesn't have an understanding of the role of the prosecutor as different than the role of the mayor and the administration. You can see what's going on in Charlotte right now. There's a press for transparency. There's a press for information to get out as soon as possible. And that's what I did as mayor. That was my responsibility.
Mosby also says the mayor and Batts gave the city unrealistic expectations about how long the investigation would take. On the other hand, Mayor Rawlings-Blake believes Mosby should have told the city if she needed more time to do her job.
The political pressure is real when you are in big jobs, and you can't bow to political pressure and charge when you're not ready. Because she didn't do that, I'm not to blame. I did my job.
The article portrays Mosby as someone surrounded right now by strained relationships. It touches on her family's roots in law enforcement and the disdain police officers across the country felt when she charged the 6 in Baltimore. And then there's her marriage. The piece portrays Marilyn and Nick Mosby as 2 ambitious people whose careers haven't gone as planned and who are now operating with, as Nick Mosby puts it, a chasm between them. Kelly,